Do you often get stuck at math problem sums? Want to feel more confident at solving them? Well, here's the good news. You can breeze through math problems easily if you are good at math concepts. Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Lin from Practicle, the smart adaptive practice platform for primary school math. And today we are going to learn a very useful math concept called the Simultaneous Math Concept. This Simultaneous Concept will be handy in conquering primary 4 to primary 6 math problem sums, and not to mention PSLE problem sums too. Ready to master this powerful concept? Before we get started, is this Simultaneous Concept totally new to you? Let me know in the comments below. If you have already seen such a concept appearing in your math homework or exams, do you find it easy or hard? Alright, in this video we are going to cover two main things. First of all, we'll learn how to identify the type of questions that are testing us on the simultaneous math concept. Okay? And then we'll go on to learn how to solve a question that uses this concept by using something known as the elimination method. Does this sound good to you? Let's get started. Take a look at this math question that we have here. This question is adapted from the 2018 CA1 Nanhua Math exam paper. So in this question, there are 42 children in a canteen. 2/5 of the boys and half of the girls like to eat fried chicken wings. Well, who doesn't, right? There are 19 children who like to eat fried chicken wings. And we are supposed to find the number of boys in the canteen. This question, my dear friends, is a classic example of a question that uses the simultaneous math concept. How do we tell? That's a great question to ask. You'll notice that questions that contain the simultaneous concept has two main characteristics. First of all, there will be some quantities and some values being involved. So in this example, what quantities are involved? Looks like we have some children, some boys, and girls. What about the values that we are given? We know the number of children in the canteen, the fraction of boys and the fraction of girls that like to eat chicken wings, and also the number of children who like to eat chicken wings. So that's it for the first characteristic. The next thing you'll notice about these questions will be that you can usually form two relationships from the information that's given. And on top of that, these two relationships often follow the same mathematical sentence structure. Okay? What do I mean? Let's look at this math question together. This time, we'll try to convert the sentences that we have into mathematical statements. Alright? We know that there are 42 children in the canteen. If I were to write this out, it'll probably look something like this. Okay? Number of children equal to 42. Then moving on, 2/5 of the boys and half of the girls like to eat fried chicken wings. Do we know how many children is that? Yes, we do. 19 children happens to like that. So let's write what we know again. Okay? 2/5 of the boys and half of the girls would be 19. So far so good? Remember we mentioned earlier on that we should have two relationships that must follow the same sentence structure? So what's so special about this statement over here? Okay, it links the fraction of boys and the fractions of girls to the number of children. Okay, so that's our first relationship. And then looking at this other sentence over here, we realize that it's a bit different from the previous statement, correct? But are we able to transform it into the same sentence structure above? If we were to express it as what fraction of boys plus what fractions of girls equals to 42, how do we do that? Well, here's a clue. Do you see that this part here tells us that 2/5 of the boys like to eat fried chicken wings? Okay, so in other words, this means that 2 units out of a total of 5 units that represented the boys like fried chicken wings. Okay, so we know that all the boys must be represented by 5 units. So let's express all the boys as a fraction, which happens to be 5 units out of 5 units. Okay? And going by the same logic, can you guess how we'll express all the girls as a fraction? If you say 2 over 2, it means that you know what we are talking about. Okay? So now we have this relationship expressed in another way. Correct? So when we say the total number of children is 42, it's the same as saying 5 over 5 of the boys plus 2 over 2 of the girls equals to 42. Okay? So comparing this sentence and this sentence, can you see that they follow the same pattern? Okay? a certain fraction of boys plus a certain fraction of the girls would give us a no number for the children. Now that we have the two relationships, we have identified that this is a question that uses the simultaneous concept.
Yay!
And in the next part of the video, let's learn how to solve it. Now let's learn how to solve simultaneous questions. Before we do that, let me fill you in on a secret, okay? The key to solving such questions is to make use of a common multiple to make the unwanted items disappear. Let's see what we have here. We have two types of quantities, okay, boys and girls. And since the question is asking us for the number of boys, we don't really want to know the number of girls, correct? So let's get rid of the girls. But the question is, how do we do that? Well, in order to do that, we have to make the number of unwanted items the same. So let's make use of a common multiple. So looking at the numbers, what's the common multiple between half and 2 over 2? Since the denominator is the same, let's just look at the numerator. Okay, we know that the common multiple between 1 and 2 must be 2. Okay, that's quite simple. So let's do some magic to this statement so that half of the girls become 2 over 2 of the girls. In order to change half into 2 over 2, we need to multiply it by 2. But one thing to note though, when we do that, you have to multiply the rest of the numbers that you see here with 2 as well. Okay? So what this does is that you are turning this sentence to mean if the fraction of boys is doubled and the fraction of girls is also doubled, the total number of children must be double its current value. So far so good? For those of you who are more visual, I'll draw the model for this so that you can see what's going on. Okay? Note that this is only a sketch though, and the size of the units for the boys and the girls are not exactly the same. And this is because we have no clue how the boys and girls are related anyway, right? Okay, so let's look at the two relationships that we have and try to compare them. What can you tell from the information that we have? Okay, can you guess how to solve the rest of the question? Pause this video and think about it. You can play it again anytime you're ready. Are you ready to solve the question? The next step that we are going to take is to subtract. And you realize that when we subtract our new relationship with relationship 1, you get something like this. 5 over 5 of the boys, okay, minus 4/5 of the boys would give us 1/5 of the boys, correct? And then you notice something magical happening, okay? Here we have 2 over 2 of the girls, and when we subtract 2 over 2 of the girls in this sentence over here, what happens to the girls? Poof! They disappeared. And then for the last part, 42 minus 38, this would give us 4. So now we know that 1/5 of the boys is equivalent to 4 children. What's next? How can we find the number of boys in the canteen? Okay, we can do that by taking 4 times 5. Okay, because we have all the boys, right? So it's 5 units out of 5 units. And when we do that, this will give us a final answer of 20 boys. Problem solved. So to recap, we have learned two things today. First, how to identify a simultaneous question. And second, how to solve them through understanding. Okay, congrats on upgrading your math skills. Now you can solve simultaneous math problems more confidently. If you are eager to test drive your new skills and learn how to apply the simultaneous concept to other situations, do pop by our website at practical.sg. I'll put the link in the description box below. Thank you for watching Practical Math. If you like this video and found it helpful, do like it or share it. If you are subscribing to our channel, don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you won't miss out whenever we upload new math videos. Once again, thank you for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye!